everyone. Welcome again to our webinar program. This is the 12th webinar and the last session of our webinar series 2019. The topic of our webinar today is build self-motivation skills that work. We're going to learn 3 talking points as follows. What is self-motivation? What are the basic self-motivation skills and how to enhance these skills? What are ways to build self-motivation skills that work? To start, what is self-motivation? Self-motivation is a power that drives us to keep moving ahead. It encourages us a continuous learning and success. Self-motivation is a primary means of realizing our goals. It is physically related to our inventiveness in setting dynamic goals for ourselves and our faith that we possess the required skills and competencies for achieving those challenging goals. Self-motivation is like having an internal coach and cheerleader, always pumping us up, inspiring us, and spurring us onto the next best step and the next, until we cross the finish line and reach our goals. Your self-motivation skills decide your success level in any and everything you attempt to do in life. In thinking about self-motivation, it is helpful to understand what motivates you to do things. There are 2 main types of motivation: intrinsic and extrinsic. In their simplest form, you can think about these 2 types of motivations as intrinsic is related to what you want to do, and extrinsic is related to what you have to do. A more detailed definition is intrinsic refers to what motivates you from within. It is the innate desire to do things you like most, your passion. Extrinsic refers to what motivates you from outside to attain some sort of external reward, including money, power, and influence. Different people are motivated by different things and at different times in their lives. The same task may have more intrinsic motivators at certain times and more extrinsic motivators at others. And most tasks have a combination of the 2 types of motivation. With this in mind, we'll proceed to the second talking point of this webinar. What are the basic self-motivation skills? There are 3 basic self-motivation skills that I'm going to share with you. Self-awareness skills, self-management skills, and self-motivation skills. Self-awareness skills. Self-awareness means understanding who you are, what you like, what you do not like, what your beliefs are, what your opinions are, what your background is, what you do well, and what you do not do well. Why does self-awareness matter? High self-awareness is a solid predictor of good success in life. Perhaps because a self-aware person knows when an opportunity is a good fit for him and how to make an appropriate enterprise that works well. Quite frankly, most of us are running on autopilot, hardly aware of why we succeed or fail, or why we behave as we do. Our minds are so busy with daily chatter that we usually only self-reflect when something goes awfully wrong. Self-awareness skills involve monitoring your inner worlds, thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. It is important to know who you are because only then you can measure your strengths and your weaknesses. Strengths are what you do well and are good at. Everyone has some strengths. Weaknesses, also known as areas of improvement, are what you do not do well and are not good at. Everyone has some weaknesses. Research suggests that when we see ourselves clearly, we are more confident and more creative. We make sounder decisions, build stronger relationships, and communicate more effectively. We are less likely to lie, cheat, and steal. We are better workers who get more promotions. And we're more effective leaders with more satisfied employees and more profitable companies. Self-awareness is a critical tool to help you reach higher levels of job satisfaction, become a better leader, improve relationships with colleagues, and manage your emotions better. Self-management skills. Self-management, which is also referred to as self-control or self-regulation, is the ability to regulate one's emotions, thoughts, and behavior effectively in different situations. Self-management skills involve understanding yourself, understanding what your interests and abilities are, having a positive attitude, and grooming yourself in order to develop self-confidence. Self-management skills include the following: self-awareness, knowing yourself as an individual, your values, likes, dislikes, strengths, and weaknesses. Self-control, ability to control your behavior, discipline, and others. And self-confidence, believing in yourself that you can do any task that is given to you and not scared of taking risks. Self-management is a key skill that will help you throughout your life. It involves setting goals and managing your time. And self-motivation skills. Self-motivation, in its simplest form, is the energy or the force that drives you to do things. It's the limit you have to work towards your goals, put effort into self-development, and achieve personal fulfillment. A self-motivation skill is something which comes from within yourself, from your way of looking at things or your way of handling things. What motivates you lies within yourself, and only you can get it done. Maybe taking help or talking to someone for comfort may help you in the short run, but in the long run, you need to develop your skills for self-motivation. Hence, it is necessary to enhance your self-awareness skills, self-management skills, and self-motivation skills. Let's start with self-awareness skills. How can you enhance your self-awareness skills? I would like to share with you 4 tips of enhancing self-awareness skills. 1. Know your role models. Write a detailed account of the example set by your mother, father, and any other significant role models that you spent a lot of time with while you were growing up. Separate out 2 lists. 1 list of what you want to keep from these role models, and 1 list of those things you would like to shed and leave behind. 2. Identify formative experiences. This would include any experiences you recall that had strong positive or negative emotions associated with them. That's what makes them formative. Write about each of these in as much detail as possible. Then ask yourself when you felt the happiest, the most loved, and the greatest sense of pain, fear, abandonment, or reject. Face each negative emotion and turn it into positive emotion by looking at the good in the bad or worst experience. The reason for this part is that these experiences, especially the negative ones, will literally hold you back and demotivate you if you leave them unaddressed. 3. Make a list of all beliefs and behaviors. Take a look at the stories you've written and the list you've made and ask yourself, what did I decide or conclude from these experiences? Make 2 lists, one of positive, empowering beliefs and behaviors, and one of negative, self-limiting beliefs and behavior. Replace all of the negative beliefs with positive ones. And 4, know your worth and value. Here's where the self-love comes in. Look back at your positive memories, especially those in which you felt happy, loved, powerful, successful, and strong. Make an effort to see yourself in the most positive light possible. There's a lot to do this. Now let's move to self-management skills. How can you enhance your self-management skills? Again, I would like to share with you 4 tips of enhancing your self-management skills. 1. Self-calming and relaxation skills. Relaxation is key to virtually everything you want in life. It helps your brain to work better, and it is good for the functioning of every organ in your body. 2. Positive imagery and visioning. Your ability to imagine and visualize the future you choose for yourself is one of the most prized skills as a human being. You're using it all the time anyway, and when you use it in a positive, intentional way, it actually becomes a strong tool for self-motivation. 3. Create a structured schedule. Some people can get motivated without this, but it pays off to have it. The best approach is an electronic calendar with reminders to keep you on track with your task you want to accomplish. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just keep setting your intention and putting those things on your calendar no matter what. And 4. Set attainable goals. Make sure to take small, doable steps toward what you want to accomplish. The whole thing looks overwhelming, but there are small steps you can take, and then more. And pretty soon, you're getting more than you expected. And last, the self-motivation skills. How to enhance your self-motivation skills. And again, I would like to share with you 4 tips of enhancing your self-motivation skills. 1. Positive self-talk. You may not realize it, but you're talking to yourself all of the time anyway. So why not make it work for you instead of against you? Your brain is a powerful tool, and practicing these positive self-talk tools will greatly add to your self-motivation skills. 2. Daily vision refocusing. Every day, when you get up, take a few moments and visualize the kind of day you want and picture yourself accomplishing everything you want to accomplish. Also picture and imagine yourself feeling really good about what you're doing while you're doing it and after you get it done. Refresh and renew every day. 3. Self-appreciation and optimism. We already know about self-love as the basis for self-motivation skills, and here where it gets practical. Write notes of appreciation to yourself on a daily basis. That is every day. Acknowledging your good work and efforts. Then be sure you journal your optimistic views of your future outcomes. Motivation skills push us to get our goals, feel more satisfied, and improve the overall value of life. People who are self-motivated tend to be more prepared, with good time management skills, and have more self-esteem and self-confidence. Understanding and increasing your self-motivation skills can help you to take manage of many other aspects of your life. This moves us to the last talking point of our webinar today. What are ways to build self-motivation skills that work? I would like to share with you 10 ways to build self-motivation skills that work. 1. Practice the habit of just doing it. Sometimes it is hard to have the motivation techniques to take action, but what you need to do is just to get it started. Once you have started, you will build up the momentum to get it going. Just like if you hate to write articles, just write for 10 minutes and you will have the drive to finish the article. 2. Keep good company. Make more regular encounters with positive and motivated people. Talk with optimistic and motivated individuals. They can be your colleagues, friends, wife, or anyone with whom you can share your ideas. Positive and motivated people are very different from negative ones. They will help you grow and see opportunities during tough times. 3. Keep learning. Read and try to take in everything you can. The more you learn, the more confident you become in starting projects or doing out things. 4. See the good in bad. When encountering obstacles or challenging goals, have the habit of finding what works to get over them and to see the good in the bad or the worst experience you ever have. 5. Use positive affirmation and visualization. This may seem like a simple technique, but it is a very powerful tool that successful people use all the time. If you have tried this before, but failed to get motivated, it is simply because you did not do it the right way. You need to include emotion in your affirmation and positive self-talk. 6. Focus and think about the outcomes you want and not the progress of doing it. When you do not have the drive to do something, try to focus on the outcomes that you want. Focus on the rewards you are getting to get from doing it. You can think about what you're going to get, the money you are going to earn, and so on. 7. Assist, support, and motivate others. Share your ideas and help friends get motivated. Seeing others do well will motivate you to do the same. Invite feedback from others on your achievements. 8. Break your bigger goals into smaller goals. Set a short time deadline for each smaller goal so as to achieve bigger goal on time. 9. Reward yourself for successes. Celebrate each of your accomplishments. And as soon as you achieve a key task, celebrate. Even a small reward is a great motivator. Maybe it's a coffee break, a walk around the block, or a mini vacation. Rewarding yourself for victories, big and small, will make a world of difference. And then, finally, know why you want to do it. Do you know why you want to achieve what you want in your life? Always remember this. It is the reason that will drive you. And if you fail, remind yourself your reason to achieve what you want in life. If your reason is not strong enough, you will never have the drive to take the necessary action to succeed in life. Those are the 10 ways to build self-motivation skills that work. I have just presented to you the key points of our webinar session today as follows. The concept of self-motivation skills, the basic self-motivation skills such as self-awareness skills, self-management skills, and self-motivation skills, and how to enhance these skills. And the ways to build self-motivation skills that work wherever you are at any time. I hope you learned something from this webinar and you could apply it at work, in your family, and wherever you are. Again, this is our last series for webinar 2019. From the deepest chamber of my heart, I would like to thank you for joining us today and for joining us throughout our webinar series 2019. We will update you for our online training program in the year 2020. Thank you so much.